when I was young, I wanted to be a movie director, and I absolutely love movies in a lot of ways, especially sci-fi, fantasy, anything. And The Last of Us, for me, was a very, very interesting series. And there were moments where I was ready to skip ahead some points, but in general, I really liked it. And the reason I liked it because of the casting, and not the casting of all of the actors, but the two main actors were just fantastic in their dynamic. And the ending of The Last of Us was very, very interesting. And the thing is about Joel's decision, the way he decided, it was obvious that he was starting to heal slowly from his pain, but in order to completely heal, he needed to redeem himself. And the way to redeem himself was to save Ellie. And I think the key moment for me in the last scene was where Marlene said to Joel that she didn't tell her what would happen, that she would die. And I think that basically says everything about Marlene's decision, about Marlene's morals. And I think that made it okay for Joel to go on the rampage. And I think that was the key scene, because otherwise there would have been no reason for him to do that. And I think what I loved about the ending was removing, while obviously it was all filmed, removing the to not make the ending an action movie. Because if they would have shown everyone and everything that he's killed, it would have had this American style ending, and that would have completely destroyed the feeling of the entire show. And so I think this was just about the moral decision, not about the actual action. And I think he was absolutely right, morally speaking, to save Ellie, given the fact that she was not being told the truth, which means that in a sense the Fireflies were actually bad people. If you see it morally, they were bad people, not because they wanted to save humanity, because there's nothing to save if you lack morals. This is the same thing as justifying going to war and killing people. It's the same thing, because if you're lying to people in order to do that, and I think that makes the ending very, very interesting, and also reflective for all of humanity, that unless you're clear and open about what you're doing, and you're not lying, then if you're lying, then you do not have moral grounds on which to do something. And I think it's actually telling for humanity and culture as a whole. If you're lying about what you're doing, even if you think you're doing something good, then probably it is not. And that I think is a very, very good ending, an extremely good ending, and it makes Joel stand on the right side, even when he lies at the very end, because if he hadn't lied, Ellie would have fought with this ending since ever. So I don't think his decision was selfish in that sense. It was selfless love towards Ellie. Fantastic and emotional ending. Very nice.